Okay, good evening. This is Sadiqa, and I'm responding to my nephew Jathaime's recent video post regarding the demanufacturing of some companies, some corporations that are exploiting and utilizing prison labor in order to do this demanufacturing. Now, I'd like to commend and definitely congratulate my nephew because I'm so proud of him bringing up some, thought-provoking and riveting topics to discuss online. I typically do this every Friday, but I do it offline in my sister circles and my table talks. And I'm just compelled now to respond using video online because my nephew insisted that I responded this way. I would like to first bring up the topic that he brought on, which, of course, within conclusion to his call to action and his concern of those issues regarding the demanufacturing and companies such as Walmart, Victoria's Secrets, and things of that nature, knowing that in his statement he said that Black men are left to do what they have to do in order to support their families, such as sell drugs, and then wind up in jail with extreme, you know, sentencings, and then having to work for these same companies that wouldn't hire them in the first place. This is my understanding of what was stated, and if please do so to correct me if I'm wrong. My concern with the video was in regards to the Walmart and other companies that are utilizing those formats of demanufacturing. It's something that's nothing. It's nothing new. It's not uncommon. It's a very common practice, actually. Outsourcing is another common practice that most corporations use, and I am not justifying or standing in front of anyone to protest for that. However, what my concern was that I want to discuss in response to the video was in the take on Black men or men in general. And yes, it is exploitative, it is unfair, it is unjust, and it's racism in all aspects. But the call to action for boycotting, I feel, is not effective. It's kind of dated, and it would not be suitable for this particular case. I feel that in the topic that you mentioned, I'm speaking to Jathame, it was like almost justifying the reason for Black men to be incarcerated, whether selling drugs or what have you, and for them to sell drugs, they were like forced to sell drugs. And I kind of was disturbed with that topic, with that statement, because no one can force anyone to sell drugs. No one can force anyone to commit a crime, to give up their rights in order to live a decent and to make a decent living. And the way about going that, I think we should discuss more, and I'm sure this conversation can continue. But just to respond quickly, and I don't want to keep going on and on, I just think that boycotting is not an effective way of going about it. I don't think selling drugs is a way of justifying the next step for someone who cannot find a job. For them to do so, that's the only way. And of course, prison time is extreme in cases when we're dealing with our Black men and women as well. And we just have to go about the conversation a little bit differently. I just wanted to respond as I said I would, and like I said, boycotting, very dated. If you're talking about the 1960s and the civil rights movement, those type of tactics were necessary at the time. But in this day and age, I think we should start focusing on innovative and creative ways of doing things that will be more effective, especially using mediums such as social media, and coming together with like minds and innovative thinking. All right, so that's my response. I would love to continue, but just wanted to give you a little tidbit of my thoughts, which we discussed privately already. All right, this is Sadiqa signing off, responding to Jathame. Thank you so much. Have a great evening. Bye-bye.